What's up, YouTube, Gen X? I have no doubt in my mind that, um, especially during the 80s and the 90s, a lot of your educated brothers were jealous of your street dudes, forgetting the chicks, on their campus that they wanted to get with. Um, but for me, honestly, it was slightly different. And keep in mind, I represent your black male, your college educated black male that went to school in the early to mid 2000s, right? And what made that different was the sort of cool, the sort of ideal black dude um, wasn't necessarily your hardcore gangbanger NWA type of dude. It was more so of your well dressed, semi metrosexual type cat, right? Where you dress good and you got the smooth gear on and uh, you got the type of personality that people just want to be around. That's kind of what it was. So when you had all that, the whole swag level, right, for brothers, you know, in college at my time, it shot way the fuck up because it wasn't about, oh man, you're corn your lane because you don't have the khakis with the crease and the Chuck Taylors on. We moved away from that. It got onto a different sort of this is what it means to be cool. So the whole idea of just being swagged out, right, before the term even really came around, that applied. So cats like me at the time, and even now, like I told y'all before, our biggest problem was being too much of a celebrity and that shit getting in the way. Walking around campus like a fucking rock star. That's what it was. I mean, literally. I remember my boy, my second year, we had some groupies. It was some white cats that wanted to be down, right? And me and my boy, we would go work out at the gym at the same time. So it'd be me and him, and they just wanted to be down because we would walk in there with the Jordans on, the Dunks on. Like, they were our groupies on some, like, you guys are just so cool or whatever. And those were dudes, so just imagine what was going on with the chicks or whatever. So that's kind of what it was. That's kind of what's going on now. I don't know what was going on before in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, you probably had a lot of that. But in terms of what's going on now in the early 2000s, the whole idea of somehow being intimidated by the street dude, at least for us, in my neck of the woods in Southern Cali, not at all. Not in the slightest. Even if she had the boyfriend, the boo, there wasn't nothing on our campus that we felt like we couldn't touch and did not touch. The only time you would have that sort of jealousy is when you had like the fourth year, or maybe she was around for a fifth year. She was older, 21. But even at that time, Kat's been getting at her since, she was a freshman, second, and third year. But her not being around on the weekends because she was dating like an older dude with money, whether he was street or not. It was more so because he had money, so they can go out to dinner. They can go out on a date, or she can spend the weekend with him, and they could have like a little mini vacation in San Diego. So they could do that type of shit because he had money. Right, but if she could take his money and say, "Hey, let's do this," she in a heartbeat she would do that. So it sucks because on the weekend we didn't have access to her. But best believe, yeah, when she got dropped off and the little 745 or whatever, right, or some dudes will try to get away with the S430. It wasn't the 500. They would try to get away with the S430 or whatever, right? They get dropped off, but I mean, who were they fucking with? Who were they texting when they got back? What's up? I'm back in town. You want to get something to eat? Yada yada yada. So even then, any sort of resentment or jealousy, I mean, that shit ended Sunday night when she got back to campus. So that was about it. We was like low key, just really getting it in to the point where, honestly, cats have to worry about pregnancy scares and this, that, and the third. I mean, it was just really going down. Like literally, you walk on a lot of campuses now. I mean, you shake your head because if it was bad during our time, I mean, it's 10 times as worse now. In terms of brothers being too cool, swagged out, this and the third. So the whole idea, once again, the being jealous, in my neck of the woods, that shit, not at all. It's funny because I would dare say that it went the other way around. Or at least there's another side to the coin. I can't tell you how many street dudes will be on campus randomly tethered to their girlfriends trying to mark their territory. Because they saw the Facebook page. They saw the capping niggas. Oh, she's kicking it with the cool niggas or whatever, having a good time, laughing and chopping it up at some event, right? Some spoken word event. You know how college was, right? Or some Black History Month event. He saw the pictures or whatever, right? Or her, taking some picture with some Omega nigga with his shirt off and some fatigue pants on with his tongue out or whatever and a dog chain on. You know how the Omegas be. Or at least on the West Coast, that's how they are. So he be on campus trying to mean mug niggas, trying to mark his territory or whatever. What's going on? If we corner your lane, why do you feel insecure about your shit? Why do you feel insecure about the chick that you with? And unfortunately, them niggas had every right to be insecure because best believe when, she dropped you back off at the metro, right? The train, because y'all for sure wasn't driving out there. When you got dropped back off, she was fucking with us. And you had a lot of that shit. You had a lot of your street dudes who want to come on, mark their territory, mean mug niggas, and it's like, I'm not really tripping. Yeah, you may be here on a Wednesday, but you ain't gonna be here Monday night, right? When you called her Monday, oh, you about to go to sleep? All right, anybody there in you? Or it's just with you? Or no, it's just my roommate. We was there, tapping her on the shoulder, saying go to bed. She don't go to bed at 10. She don't go to bed at 10:30. Come on now. She was coming back to my spot, or we was gonna go chill and hang out, and then know what's gonna go on afterwards. That's what was going on. I can't tell you how many times, shh, don't say anything. He's calling. Don't say anything. He's going to know. Don't even fuck up. Is your phone on silent or whatever? Stop. Don't do anything. So that is, quite frankly, how the shit went down on a nightly basis, literally. We hanging out, right, from 10 to 11. You had to be on your P's and Q's because that's when the boyfriend was going to call, not on some tough guys, but on some simping shit. Oh, man, when you going to come see me or let me come out or whatever? Blah, 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 blah. So, once again, the jealousy and envy, I don't know. I can make the argument of that shit going both ways, to tell you the truth. Once again, I got hundreds of stories of your street dudes who are super jealous, doing the most. Calling you or found this number on accident. Like, no, you didn't. You was going through your girlfriend's phone. You saw my name. You saw my picture. You calling me. Like, it's almost laughable. If it wasn't for the fact that a couple of dudes got in some fights over that shit. Your street dude being jealous. Or not even jealous, who was just upset. Yes, because the love of their life was fucking your quote-unquote nigga with the 3.7. Who was a bio major. Yes, that shit was going down. So the dumb part about it is, a lot of your street dudes want to act as if the college chick was throwaway. That's what y'all preferred. Because y'all could actually do shit with them. As opposed to, the chick from the street, she ain't got much going on herself. But the college girl, she got the car, she got the financial aid, y'all can do shit, hang out, have a good time or whatever. You're not in the hood, you can actually do shit. Leave that sort of environment. So I would dare say y'all was in love with them more than they loved y'all, clearly. Based off of what we got out of them. While y'all was in your quote-unquote relationship. Valentine's Day. You couldn't take the train out there to see it. You know, you go, girl, so you thought she was at home studying. Nah, B, she wasn't. She was at the student apartment, right? Niggas threw together the makeshift romantic dinner. And you know what down afterwards. That's what it was. And the sad part is, even the street chicks was trying to get at old boy. They would have the cousin or the coworker or the sister, and they would come on campus and act like they were students. Oh, I'm a commuter. Oh, I'm part-time, or this is my last quarter or first quarter. I don't know if I'm going to stay. Like, trying to sell the idea of I'm a student, but you may not see me. But they wanted to have fun, too. They wanted to go to Kappa Christmas. They wanted to go to the poetry concert. They wanted to go to the concert. They wanted to hang out. They wanted to go to the ice cream social. I had a chick like that my sophomore year, and I didn't find out until later. Man, she was never a student here. She got me trying to pass off as a student, but she wasn't. And after time, we knew how to point them out. They'd be the chicks who would, they would look the part. They'd have the right type of backpack, or they would have like the oversized purse, right, that served like a backpack, so they put their books in there or whatever. But they'd almost be like too dressed up, where it's like, nah, we got you. You don't go up here. Not enough people know you or whatever. That's how it was, though. So once again, if it's about, the street dudes having it on lock, I mean, not really. The chicks who went there, we had a lock on. The chicks that are from your domain, we had a lock on. They was doing everything in their power to come to our side, right, to the point where, cats just really had to chill out, because a lot of drama was popping off because of that shit. Chicks that didn't go there was trying to get on campus. Like, it was a lot of craziness at one point in time. So all this shit, mind you, is going on. This is why I tell y'all continuously. For a lot of brothers going through college right now, the biggest thing is trying to manage the whole being cool, swag, and really focusing on the bigger image, the bigger picture. Right, the bigger goal. That's what it's about. So I really had to put it out there. I'm not trying to start anything. Y'all know me. I defend your educated black men, especially your younger ones, or at least the ones under the age of 30. I don't know why people want to play us and act like we something that we not. That's the crazy part about it. And I think a lot of your street dudes want to act like, oh, we corny and lame. Come on now, talk to your girl and figure your ex-girlfriend and figure out if that was going on. Because that same chick you thought you had a rap on, trust me, you really didn't. It is what it is. It wasn't shit that we weren't touching on that campus. There wasn't shit outside the campus that we felt like we couldn't touch. The school I went to wasn't in the best area, especially a couple miles away. But when we had to go shopping, let's say there was a party coming up, right, and we wanted to go get a new fit or whatever, a new pair of jeans, we would have to go to the rougher part of the city. And even there, they would know, because we would come in, in the college shirt or whatever that said the name of your school on it or whatever, or, if you stayed, or if you were part of some club or, part of your frat. So the girls who weren't in college, the younger chicks who was working or whatever, like, they knew who we were. And they would show gravitate. Right? Try to say hi, hello to us, and not, your quote-unquote tough dude with the bandana on. So a lot of your street dudes, they saw that. That's why I'm like, come on now. Like, ain't nobody saying, at the end of the day, educated brothers have never or will never be intimidated by your street dude or whatever when it comes down to getting pussy and getting chicks. But if anything, let's just agree on the fact that that shit goes both ways. So for your street dude, it's one of those things where it's just like, player, just acknowledge the fact that you was kind of shaken up by that nigga you saw, right, kissing up on your girlfriend, right, or your ex-girlfriend, or the dude who was in the same picture, right, with your quote-unquote girlfriend, the Omega nigga with his tongue out. Let's, agree that you was kind of like jealous of that shit. Well, you was jealous when You was at the mall at Foot Locker trying to, speak to the black and Latina chick, right? The cutie with the fat booty or whatever. You was kind of jealous when I walked into the store, walked into Foot Locker, and she was giving me more action than you were. Oh, what year are you? Oh, there's always so much fun going on. You guys are always partying, whatever. I wish I could go, but my parents said this. They couldn't afford it, yada, yada, yada. Want to hang out. I want to have fun. We was there, doing everything in their power to meet a quote-unquote college nigga and have a good time with the college nigga. So it is what it is. Had to put it out there. Like I said before, I just have to rep for your younger educated dudes just because we get played daily. It's like, what's going on here? Oh, everybody's trying to play us and act like we something else. For reals? Yes, we move in a certain direction, and yes, some of us have different upbringings or whatever, but I mean, damn, we're pretty normal. There's more normal black men that you would never even think, oh man, this guy went to college, than there are your corny, lame, this guy's definitely a bio major. That's only like a handful. Maybe like 10% of your black men in college. You can just point them flat out. Oh, he's a college nigga or whatever. It is what it is. Even now, I gotta show motherfuckers my school ID for some people to believe that I went to college. And the second question they ask me is, what sport did you play? Even now. So it is what it is. Just had to put it out there. Lighthearted video, but yo, just having fun. Y'all know where to find me. God bless.